I mean, this might just be the prettiest room I've ever seen, full stop. Long story short, this cinema system, which by the way is priced at £300,000, has 4 powerful subwoofers at the front. Those subwoofers fire out a wave of bass anytime there's a low note in what you're watching or playing, and then the back of the cinema is lined with 4 more of the exact same subwoofers. And this is where it gets interesting, because these are called the absorbing array, which basically sends out the same signal that the front is sending out, but just inverted in order to cancel that sound out, and then slightly delayed by the amount of time that it takes the front sound to reach the back of the room. And so Trinov is basically the processor that allows super advanced stuff like that to be calculated. Essentially to make sure that bass doesn't reverberate. And then it cuts to dead silence again to give you the maximum possible audio dynamic range. The ability for one moment to be explosive and the next to be a whisper. So we had a listen to this absolutely bonkers tier 3 setup. And yeah, I had never experienced anything like that before. The sound was just bonkers. Like, it felt like a sphere around my head, and the music was swimming in my brain. But no, obviously we didn't just see that and then buy that. I mean, we've spent a lot of time in showrooms since then. We've seen screens that can actually extend to match the aspect ratio of your movie or game. We've seen audio processing boxes taller than I am that actually have eyes for some reason. And we've seen seating, my friends. Seating so comfortable that, oh my God, I swear at some points I was physically unable to pay any attention to what the sales guy was telling me. And so, this is what I'm thinking right now. We found a company called Meridian Audio who's going to do our speakers. Out of everything we tried, they were the pinnacle. We're going to end up going for, I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but 21 speakers and 12 subwoofers. And then to finish the whole thing off, we managed to find not just an acoustically transparent screen, but also an acoustically transparent fabric that's going to cover every single wall so you don't see a single speaker. And projector-wise, I initially came into this thinking I was going to get a Sony or a JVC, you know, the consumer-facing brands. But through our travels to these various showrooms, we found this company called Barco, and they usually deal directly with businesses, so I'd never heard of them. But the brightness of those projectors versus the JVCs, it's actually a big difference. Maybe because they're designed for bigger commercial cinemas. And the seating, we decided it has to be the masterminds that made this thing right here.